ingredients for lotion bars. I followed the nerdy farm wise advice and got both the beeswax and the shea butter from Mountain Rose Herbs. I'm not sponsored by them, and I've never used their products before, so don't just go and buy them if you're taking this as confirmation that they're good products. I also just want to point out that they have beeswax pellets, and I thought, well, no, let's do it the hard way first, right? So I got this huge brick that now I'm gonna need to grate, and I've been Googling that, and everybody says basically once you use a grater for beeswax, it's ruined forever. I hope it's not true. I found somewhere else that you can use like baking soda as a paste, and that will work as like an exfoliant and grit all of that off. So we'll see. But I don't even know like what size would be best. Pellety, I suppose. Pellety. Never seen or really touched beeswax. Oh, just in case you didn't know what it was. Look at that. Beeswax. That's cute. Okay, well, I'm just gonna manhandle this, I think. What do we use? Let's just do a test run. Should I start with a corner like cheese? Whoa. This is gonna be a mess. Well, that's pretty belly. Why are they floating up? Well, it's kind of small. Maybe we can. Yeah, let's make as many sides of this dirty as possible, right? Oh. Anybody who normally grades things is probably cringing right now. I don't know if there's a real tactic for this. Like, you guys are just gonna have to excuse my beginner's attempt at this and just understand that I'm doing my best. Rachel tries. Shouldn't do this because there's probably other stuff on my counter, but oh well. That is not good. All right. Let's weigh this out. I think it's 92 grams that it needs to be. Okay, well we're halfway there. Definitely spilt half of it. Whew. All right, we can do this. Must be smarter this time. Oh man, the whole time my camera was falling down. Also, I hate this scale. It really has no idea what it's doing with its life, but whatever. Oh god! I spilled more this time than I did the last time! So this is what I mean. It's like going all the way down from 30 up to 60, down to 30. It's flying all over the place. I don't know. Like I hit 30 last time. I scraped it. It says I have only 2 more grams. There's no... This is not very scientific. Maybe I'll do the quarter cup method. Man, I just thought this would be pretty easy. Also, this seems like way more than a quarter cup. Maybe I was super off on what I remember the ounces being. Or grams, I mean. Just for anybody wondering, this is exactly what every experiment or like experience of cooking or trying something new is like. You guys should have been there when I tried to make my first jam the other day. It's supposed to only take 45 minutes, and I managed to find a way to make it take 2.5 hours. It was super painful. Well, this is a quarter of a cup. God, I'm a mess. This is what I've decided I'm going to use today to stir. Handy dandy chopstick. I don't know. Hopefully if there's a little more, it won't completely ruin everything. Who knows? I'm making a huge mess. Let's just keep with that theme. I've also heard that if you're worried about the jar breaking, you can put a towel down at the bottom. But I had a really bad experience doing that when I was making like an English dessert of some kind. And so I'm just gonna wing it. It's a terrible idea. Just nobody ever be like me, okay? Should be your biggest takeaway at all times. I've never seen that before. So this is what, I don't know. You can really see this is, I don't know, it looks like Crisco or something. But it is exactly like Crisco. Wow. It smells like something I've smelled before. It's not shea butter. It's like a fruit. Shea butter from a fruit. There's so much stuff I don't know. Maybe it's just the ripening plums in my house. I don't know. So this one is also a quarter cup. It didn't say if it was packed. It did give me the grams again. Ooh, that feels really nice. That feels like a sugar scrub, but like a really nice sugar scrub. Wow, I could touch that all day. Ooh, it's really greasy. Maybe not. Maybe not too packed in. Oy. Getting grease everywhere. Well, I don't know. That kind of seems close enough. Washing my hands did absolutely nothing to take that shea butter grease off my fingers. So that's really good news for the lotion bar, you know? I know it'll be effective, or at least I'm hoping it'll be effective. Okay. Well, now I put this in here, and I turn this on, blow, and I wait till it melts, and I stir it. Stay tuned. Mayday, mayday. I was supposed to add the oil too, so we'll do that a little belatedly. So this is my, I know it says mangoes, it's not mangoes. I try to repurpose as many jars as possible, which like drives my husband insane, which I totally get. But this is my rose infused. Imagine if everything comes to a halt because I feel like it's oily on the outside. I just strained it. I don't know, 2 days ago, and I did not do a good job of. Oh my gosh, panicking all the time. It's like my constant state of being. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could smell this though. It smells so good. I don't know if that's normal to say, but I don't know even how many people would have like smelt rose infused oil, you know? I feel like it's not a common thing. It smells so good. Like I just want to eat it. And nobody actually wants to just eat olive oil. All right. Okay, now he'll cook for a bit. Get it off. But I wanted you guys to get a look at this color. Like, oh, I wish you could smell it. All right. Set that off to the side, and let's take a bet on if I forget that it's there, and I totally knock it over and spill it. I'll put the lid back on, just loosely. Alright, well it says it should only take a couple minutes. These Cuisinart, they're like a really thick bottom pan, according to my husband. I don't know, he's the chef. So they take a bit longer to heat up, which is totally fine because it gives me time to prepare the tin. If you guys watched all that video that I recommended for the dandelion lotion bars from Girl in Calico, she talked about how she just used an old aluminum muffin tin in the blog post that accompanies her YouTube video. So I think she uses mini muffin tins. I don't know if this counts as a mini muffin tin, but this seems like a good size to me. I've also seen online that you can put it like in a used deodorant tube, so you can just twist it up and then use it on your body. And I might do that once I know that these are successful. And after this, I'm gonna see if I can start stirring it. I don't know. Oh, it's just that oil reminds me of honey. It smells so good. I'm losing my mind. I don't know. So the original recipe by the Nerdy Farm Wife for rose lotion bars, she uses rose essential oil, a couple drops after this is melted, to make sure that it smells very rose-like, and then you get more of those benefits that roses are popular for. I don't have rose essential oil, but a dear friend of mine did gift me this small set of essential oils, and I've been using them pretty sparingly through the years because I'm afraid, like, when I run out, like, what I'll do. God, they smell good. So I have 3 options that I really like the sound of. And I think maybe that's just because I'm a foodie, but so there's lemon, and rose lemon sounds like it would be really nice, like it'd smell really nice. But so would rose peppermint, so would rose lavender. So I think I'm just gonna work my way through all 3 of them, right? Like I use a lot of lotion. I have really dry skin. Yeah, so I'm going to start with lavender, just work my way down. Yeah. Alright, so it says that after this melts, it's getting a little warm now, that's nice. After this melts, I wait 2 minutes, and then I add a few drops of the essential oils. I pour it in the tin, and then I let it cool, I guess. So I really hope I like these. If not, it's been a really cool, fun adventure, and there's been so many other things that I want to try that I think that me going through all the trouble of, you know, farming my own sunflower oil, I think it's gonna work out. Also, I'm just now realizing that I have no idea what this is gonna look like when it melts. Like everything is pretty much clear or white, right? Like, am I just making sure that there's no... Aw, shite. Just do my best. Rachel tries. Just a smooth consistency, right? Like, that's what would make sense. But it's smooth right now. But there's like tiny little traces of things. Some little granules at the bottom. Yeah, we'll just... It's 9:05. I'll just give it a bit longer. I really have no idea what I'm doing. I'm also curious how many lotion bars this is. This doesn't look like very many. Like, what, 2? So now I kind of feel silly that I don't know, I have this whole muffin tin. But I thought about it for this long, you know, I want to try it and I only have 2. I mean, it's good in case I mess up, but... I have to look at her recipe again, and it 100% has to tell me how many it makes, and I just, you know, like, ignored that super crucial part. Like... Also, of course, I was totally wrong on the grammage. This is why you shouldn't just go off of your memory. I went back and looked at the recipe, and it was definitely not 52 grams for a 1/4 cup of beeswax. This is why my videos are not, like, educational, in that this is how you do it, right? They're not how-tos. They're mostly funny stories of how don't, you know. I wonder if I can just... Yeah. I don't know if that's a good idea, but... It's a lot smoother now. Alright. I'm so close! Why are stoves built like this? You know, like, you can't use saucepans on the back burners if you have a... What are those called? Yeah, whatever they're called. Well, at least on our stove. So both of our big burners are in the front. And mostly what I've always seen is you'll have one big one and one small one in the front, and then one big one and one small one in the back. But this one just wants to see me struggle, I guess. Which is fine. It's whatever. Why did I put this back when I still have the lavender? Oh well. I think I'm going to Google it. How do you know when it's melted? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Hold on. Yeah, there was literally zero information online. They just all trust me to know what melted looks like. But I've never worked with these ingredients before. Like, show of hands, who has melted beeswax before? You know, am I supposed to have these little, they look like egg whites, like I'm cooking egg whites. Is that shea butter? Does shea butter melt? Should this be completely liquid? At least in my Google search, I did not see anything about, like, cooking or double broiling your concoction for too long. You know, so at least in a perfect world, I can't go overboard. It has been 9 minutes so far, right? I think I started and I said, well, it's 9:05. It is only on medium low. Which on my stove is like setting 4. 4 out of 10. Oh, it's starting to like move on its own now. That's good news, right? Bad news? I don't know. Well, let's just check in on it every, like 5 minutes, and I don't know. To be honest, it kind of looks like it's getting chunkier. Maybe you can't cook it for too long. What if I had chunky lotion bars? I mean, I've got like charcoal pieces in my soap right now, so I probably just feel right at home, to be honest. Yeah, let's check back in 5 minutes. Yeah. You just gotta believe in yourself. Probably gonna edit that out. But like, it's, oh, look, there's no egg whites. It's so clear. It's so clear. Of course it is, right? Of course it'd be clear. Of course when you melt something, everything would be clear. Who knows? Alright, well let's 2-minute timer that. Oh, I'm so proud of you. You still smell so good. Do I want to add essential oils? What if I pour one without and then one with? What if when this dries it doesn't smell good anymore? I suppose we'll find out, won't we? God, it smells good. Of course it's clear. I also went back through the recipe again, and I'm glad I did, because it said make sure to not wash it out right away to try to get as much of like this mixture out as possible with like a paper towel or a newspaper, just stuff that you can throw away. And that kind of makes sense. You don't want it to just like congeal because you throw some water in there. I am so impatient. Ah! That kind of makes me sad. Like this, I was going to recycle this, but also I don't want to ruin our plumbing, so maybe I can get away with only like 2 or 1. Look at this little guy. Maybe. Ha! Alright. What? Okay. Okay, so 1 bar. Oh man, that second one's gonna be real small. Maybe only 1 drop or 2. First one said a few. Okay. Those are the tiniest drops in the world. But whatever. Oh wow, look at it on the side there. You see that? Wow. Ooh, that smells really good too. Oh look, no, that was exactly 2. How interesting. Okay, well, chaos ensues now. Oh, that's hot. So I definitely picked this jar to double broil in because it's got a wide mouth, and I thought I'd be able to get in there better. And I can, but wow, Those are some greasy boys here. Like I don't know if you can see that. It kind of, like, I gotta get all that out. I might need more papers. I feel like I'm smearing it around. Maybe a paper towel? I feel like a paper towel is a lot better. I don't know. Don't go with the newspapers. Don't do it. Or maybe real newspapers and not the ad ones. God, this smells really good. Oh, I forgot to tell everybody. But see, like, it worked out. This jar was a pickle jar, and it totally smelled exactly like pickles. And I was kind of excited that I was gonna have some, like, pickle bars. But it doesn't smell like pickles anymore. Alright, so now it says immediately wash with hot water and soap. So let's try that. Now, I don't know, this may be weird, like a weird thing for you guys, but when there's like a greasy dish, right? So for example, I pack my breakfasts and I always have to have 3 slices of bacon, 3 eggs, and 2 slices of toast. It's like the same every single day. And even though after I cook my bacon, I put it on paper towels to take the grease off, once I put it in my container, there's going to be some bacon grease left behind, of course, so you just can't get around it. So what I do is I drip some Blue Dawn dish soap. Again, of course, not sponsored by them, but I drop it in there, and without adding any water except for like getting my fingers wet, I move it around because the soap in its concentrated form will completely obliterate any of the grease that's in there. And then you turn on the hot water and rinse it out. And then, like, I'm not saying you should always wash your dishes with your hands, but if it's greasy, start with your hands because you can then make sure that all the grease is actually off instead of letting that grease build with every single dish, because that's really gross, right? Like, I'd rather wash my dishes with my hands to make sure that they're not greasy and then wash them. I also wash my dishes twice. Maybe I am weird. I wash them and then I put them in the dishwasher and wash them again. But I blame you, Dad. You did that to me. Now if they're not washed twice, I feel like they're not clean. Like, what? That's something I just didn't need to carry through my whole life. But you know, it makes me feel better. So these are already starting to dry up, which is perfect. I have so much work to do outside, which will be included in videos probably posted before this one. So I'm going to go out and do that. I'm going to be working all day today, and then we'll come back and check on these, and I'll test one out, and we'll see what it's like. I'm so excited. Maybe I'll put it on. I am a little disappointed that it only made 2. Like, I wonder if I screwed up somewhere, but maybe they have like a quick shelf life. Maybe I should have double checked that too. I don't know. More information to come. Thanks for hanging out with me.